What up,
Yo,
brother?
what up, man? Peace.
Peace, peace.
Thank you very much for joining us. Yo, everybody, this is episode 94 to Carry the Culture Show. We got the last American B-boy, multi-talented Swiss Army knife in this shit. He like a Leatherman, Staten Island Leatherman. So, we are very appreciative that you joined us, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks for having me, brother.
So, we're going to jump right into it, everybody. If you guys got any questions, please use the questions feature below. I can pull them up and then we can all see them. Also, just like on the page, if you get on any fuck shit in here, I will send your ass home. So with that being said, we're going to get started, man. So first and foremost, thank you again. But it's weird, man, because these types of builds are interesting for me because I don't know a lot about you. I really don't, but I fuck with you. And I first saw your productions, your videography stuff, the No Delay video. And I was just seeing the name and stuff around and stuff like that. And then I'm like, damn, this cat rhyme. Then my man St. Ivan the Terrible, he said, oh, that's what made this joint.
The homie.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, and then piecing it together and stuff like that. So doing the knowledge for this build, I'm like, I couldn't find shit. And I'm like, is this cat in the CIA? I see no interviews, nothing, yo. So it's good for me to get to learn something. I couldn't find shit though. So
let's just have a conversation, bro. So okay.
Of course. No, of course. So I mean, it was we're just gonna chop it up, and like I said, it's good for me because I get to learn, and I don't know a lot, but judging by the gray on your face, sometimes I can tell we from the same era. So first and foremost, your name, because your name is important to me because I'm a B-boy. I came into this as a B-boy, full on, all elements, whatever. This page is carrying the culture. So how and why of the name?
Well, first of all, I started out dancing for my man, right? We used to do the Apollo together. This is back in the day. And, that's how I started really showing myself out there in hip-hop. That before producing beats, before videos, before anything else was dancing. But the name comes from really the B-boy stance, the strength in that pose, and I believe that the B-boy was eradicated from hip hop in the sense of just the idea of it. Run DMC, you never seen them breakdancing, but they had the B-boy stance. So I wanted to represent the stance more than the dancing element of it, just more to say, this shit is part of us. It didn't get erased. Like the B-boy almost got erased. They tried to erase the DJ, and then the B-boy, like even the word B-boy almost got erased. So I just wanted to say, I'm not the last, of course. It was just a statement to say there's guys like me who felt like the culture was dying, and we are last of a dying breed.
Yeah. It's a very good point you made, man, because here's the thing, like, and I've said this a lot, like, if coming up, as far as I know and how I was taught, coming up as a B-boy, you didn't have to beat rock and B-boy. That's a lifestyle, right? How you wear your how you tie your sneakers, how you stand, how you move. That was the essence of the culture. Like this, like everybody had a hand style, right? Like everybody. Everybody, everybody was rhyming, everybody was doing beats. We were all doing the same shit. So it wasn't just like the dance. It was about who you were, as far as I was concerned, right? I mean,
yeah, exactly, bro. It was a spirit that we all had and we shared together. And to me, that spirit was dwindling. So the name was more for me than for anybody else. You know what I mean? Just to make sure that I always remember.
No, I think it's dope because that's what stuck with me. I mean, when I saw whatever the first video I saw that you directed and your name came across, I'm like, like it just, and I never forget it. And every time I see him, like, oh damn, they still be putting out some bangers with these visuals and stuff. So,
thank you.
Yeah, yo. So, did you rock with anything else? Like as far as you said that the B-boy with the dancer was the first thing, but then what did you get into next? Because you do it all.
Making beats was my next venture into it. I had bought actually it was a group called the Family Stand. They had a song called Ghetto Heaven back in the day. And so Jeff was one of the members, Pete and Jeff. Shout out to Pete and Jeff. So Jeff gave me an MPC, gave it to me straight up. And I had to learn on it. And I was at first, that's maybe push it a little forward, but before I was doing beats, telling the engineer how I wanted the beats. and the engineer would play out how I wanted the beats and the samples and stuff like that. But I started getting known for that in the streets, beats, because like I had like before mixtapes and all that. Like Staten Island is kind of small compared to the other boroughs. It's not everyone know each other kind of thing.
Right.
So there was like back in the days, if you had a strong demo, your demo was on a tape that went from every projects, and they would add their songs until the song went around all the neighborhoods till it was a mixtape. Everybody had that tape with all the listen, crazy. And people know what I'm talking about. From Pop the Brown Hornet, Shaheem, the Hoodie Man. I'm naming people you don't know, but they know the tape when they see it. King Joss. These are all before the blow ups and everything. Right. There was a tape out there, and it was circulating. I had to do some production and rhymed a little on there too.
Damn, that's dope. We're gonna get into the satin shit a little bit in a minute too. As far as like the whole, I mean, I'm assuming. So then you 70s baby. I'm assuming, you know what I'm saying? Or,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So then, all right, influence wise, as far as like, because this is always interesting stuff, because it's like there's a foundation, something. What was like an aha moment for you as far as like just all of it? I mean, the rhyming, like people that stuck out for you, even if they were just local heads that made an influence.
Shit.
Where it made you say like, I gotta do this shit, like for real.
Well, I had a homeboy. His name was Jordan. His name is Jordan, not was. He was one of the dopest MCs I ever encountered. That was our age, that was just rapping and flowing, and he was amazing to me. But still, Jordan had wrote my first verse that I ever rapped. He wrote it for me because I was dancing, so he wrote a verse for me. And then when I really started wanting to get into rap, though, was even before that. I have to say, Top Billin'. Top Billin' was the first song I memorized from top to bottom, and I was like, this is super fly right here.
Yeah, that's a missile.
It's
so simple though. Like
it's the best song on earth. It's one of the best. It's a perfect song to me. Like perfect.
Yo, that shit still get me. I mean, when I hear that song to this day, like it's like the first time I heard it. I don't, you know what I'm saying? The video, everything.
Yeah.
So Top Billin' was
kind of what really made me want to get my hands dirty, so to speak.
Got you. Yo, let's talk about this Staten Island thing, because I'm somewhat familiar with Staten Island. I spent some time there, a lot of south and a little bit north, but it's an interesting spot, man, and it's a different spot. So what I want to know is, though, because everyone, for the most part, let's be honest, I mean, Wu-Tang kind of put Staten on the map as far as this to the average person.
Right, correct.
But like before that, take us through your Staten Island, because as far as like even when I had Shaheem on, he was like, yo, it was spitters out here and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the whole nine. So
right.
what was your Staten Island like as far as just coming up? Like what part of that area did you come up in?
New Brighton, Staten Island is where I'm from originally. That's where I was staying when I was young. And that's why most of my rap friends are from. I had a crew. I like the people in my crew. My man J.U. Weiss, House Boogie. These dudes were some of the best MCs to date that I've never heard other rappers come close. You got also from Stapleton, June Lover, Pop the Brown Hornet, and I'm gonna miss people. Park Hill had, besides there was some architects out there. They was just spitting like crazy. West Brighton. Locally, it's a mosh posh of different MCs. Now, my man P Live, if I haven't said him, it was just it's just a creative bunch, and there's so many that I can't name right now because I can't get them on my mind right now.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, Staten Island was my favorite MCs, but from Staten Island. Outside of listening to Red Alert and for 3 hours on Friday and Saturday, right, or Marley Marl for 3 hours. Outside of that, we had the local MCs, and motherfuckers was giving it up in school and banging on tables. I mean, things was action packed in the MC world, so you didn't need the radio to get MC. To get your hip hop, most of my hip hop came, I would say, from the street, from people battling and freestyling and doing shit like that. You know, and there wasn't in my school there was like 5 rappers. It wasn't no you know, it wasn't 10,000 rappers in school. It was like, oh, you want to be a rapper? Like, they look at you like you crazy back then.
Exactly, yo. That's a good point, man.
You know?
Flamin' Asia brought that up. We were talking to him, and he was saying like, yo, back in the day, like everybody didn't rap. Like
No.
it wasn't like everybody was just rapping. Like now it'd be like, you know, my cousin rap, whoever raps, right?
You know, the more the merrier. I say, hey, fuck it. You know?
So, yeah, did you guys like? Because I mean, I know people from New York that ain't never been to Staten Island. Like, did you guys? What was your connection as far as with like the other parts of the city, as far as like just?
Well, New Brighton is close to the ferry.
Oh, right. So you could just go right to Manhattan right
I
there.
don't know if that means anything, but for most, everybody had family in Brooklyn, Bronx, Manhattan. Like, you know, the city was part of our, like, just like everybody else. All of our, like, your jobs was in Manhattan. Like, everybody went to work on that ferry every morning. So we had a strong, now, I don't know about the other side of Staten Island. There's a whole nother.
I know that.
Right.
So, okay. So New Brighton is up, is
the North
right?
Shore. Yeah.
Huh? Yeah.
That's
so,
the North Shore.
Yeah, so I've been on both, and the South Shore is completely different. So
that's Jersey type.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Because when I drove in that way, I came up through Jersey. But when I was up north and we went to the city, we just jumped on the ferry and we was there in like 20 minutes.
Right. So we were more in tune with New York City life, project buildings, tall buildings on that side. You know, the delis open all night. Shit, like we more in tune than people think. Than the others. I don't want to speak for the other side. I didn't grow up there, but I would assume that. You know what I mean?
No, I mean I know cats from both sides, and I mean, and that's facts. I mean, and just in terms of just, I mean, it's a totally different area over there.
Yeah.
Right? You know what I'm saying? But it's a Staten Island's a unique spot, man. I mean, like I said, I know people from, you know, certain parts of New York. Like, I ain't never been out there. Like, but I always want to like talk about it because, you know, Finesse and Quest. I mean, I think Force MDs, right? Like,
well, Finesse and Quest, I don't think they from. I would have known that. I think they not from Staten Island. I don't think
one of them is.
They are.
Yeah,
that's a fun fact for me right there because I didn't know that.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it funky with you. She's actually, I think it's Finesse. She was born in Pittsburgh, moved out to Staten Island when she was young. But they, on all the bios and shit, they say Staten Island, Finesse and Quest.
Oh shit, I didn't know that. You just told me something. UMC's are from Staten Island, you know that?
That's right. Yeah, big up, Cool Kim.
Yeah.
You know, and Haj G. Yeah, that's right. They from Staten Island too.
I grew up with Cool Kim. I know him well since we was little.
Who?
You know.
Oh, you know him since you was little?
Yeah, since we was young. I know a lot of people since back in the day, though. You know, Staten Island, like I said, is small. So if anybody gets famous here, most likely you know him. You know.
Everybody, yeah. So, what was I gonna say to you, yo? What got you into the directing and videography and stuff?
Well, I guess the same reason. When I first started rapping, I couldn't get everybody was getting beats from R&S, right? He was the guy standing out at the time. He had the Yahoo. He had so he was having to be. He was like the primo. I couldn't get a beat from him, right? So I couldn't get a beat from then. I was getting produced by King of Chill at the time. So he was doing my beats, and then I was like, yo, I constantly, becoming a studio rat. You want beats, so I got for the lack of having the necessity of needing. I became a beat man. So the same thing with the video stuff. So it was a long time ago, maybe 2003, 2002. They started coming out with these digital cameras that did like 30 frames per second. They weren't like these cameras that you got now. They were big and clunky still, but they were doing something. It looked almost like film. So I said, shit, my boy T shot a video for me, and I was like, oh shit, this might work. And I seen how we did it, and it was cheaper than doing. I shot videos on film as well at the time, but that it was like crazy.
That's loot right there, right? That's loot.
Yeah, and I knew somebody. Like you had to wait for like a famous rapper to have. Like I had to know somebody that was shooting a famous rapper video, and then they had the equipment over the weekend. Like yo, let me get that for the weekend, and then we had to move like that, crazy shit like that. So I was doing shit on film, but then I was like, yo, I gotta learn this. I gotta learn this shit too. So I met up with my boy George, and we started doing. He had a camera. We started building together. I had musical connects in the industry already, so we started working together. And then, long story short, I started doing videos, and then we hooked up with Vlad TV, and Vlad became my manager. And then
What?
yeah, and then that's how we Monstar Films was born right there, really, to the industry. That's what we was doing. Everybody like
What?
Vlad got us in the game. If you did a video with us, you got an interview on Vlad TV. This is a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? So Vlad, so yeah, shout out to Vlad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's dope. And a lot of listen, I mean, Vlad gets heat a lot for like some of his interviews in the recent years, but people don't understand, yo. I tell him, I mean, like, it's a different game now, but Vlad comes from this shit, man. Like, you know what I mean? As far as I know, like he was DJ Vlad. I mean, like he was, you know what I mean? So it is what it is. That's interesting. I had no idea that he played a big part in your shit like that.
Yeah, yeah.
But you kind of just taught yourself on your own, as far as
yeah. When there's no school, I couldn't afford no college or school for film. So my boy was learning, I was learning with him, and we learned together. And then next thing you know, we were thrown into it kind of. With Vlad, he was having us with Little John or Chantel, who had the big, like he had us with big people at the time, and we was just winging it, doing the best we can. We learned on the job, but we had an eye. We were better than most at the time. And we had my song. We doing my song video at the time. Trying to think in the beginning. Of course, Ron Browse give me $20. Back in the day, we did that. And I'm saying I'm dead. If you gotta go to
at, as far as the Vlad stuff.
Vlad everywhere. We would go to wherever they was.
I mean, you were shooting were you shooting the interviews or you just
music videos?
The videos for the artists,
okay. Right? Because what's the name at the time? Vlad's only competition really was World Star. They had Jordan Tower over there, so he had us over here. You know what I'm saying? So this is a while. There's so many people I met through that whole relationships I got through that situation.
Wow. When this was back in, like you said, 02, 03?
Oh, no. Vlad was 08, something like that. Maybe 2007, 2000. Yeah, in that world. And then we stayed, I mean, we still cool now. But, I had did some work for him. I don't know if you remember when everybody got off the couch on Vlad TV, like he switched from the couch to that blue background. I set that up for him and made sure that
what?
Yeah. So that was a nephew Neff special right there. As far as that go. But yeah, me and him still cool, whatever. But he was my manager for many years, and we got a lot of bread together.
Wow, yeah. Interesting. I had no clue, man. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, on some real shit, I've gotten a lot of dope clips and posted from from a lot of. He's got had a lot of good interviews on as far as guests. Like niggas be like, "Vlad, I'm gonna tell you this song you never told nobody." I'm like, "Oh shit." So
yeah. He went to a next level.
Facts, and that's what that's what it's all about. Damn, that's crazy, yo. So as far as all these things, directing, videography, producing, MCing, and again, I just recently found out that you was spitting too. I'm like, what the hell? So and I'm like, damn, this cat is cranking out joints too. So what do you like the best? If you had the gun to your head, if you had to pick some.
Oh, I guess rapping, making music. Making music. Let me not say rap. I don't like to pigeonhole myself into that. Making music, period, is mine. I love it. Everything I do is because of it. I'm only doing the films and stuff so I can make my music. I'm only doing everything so I can make my music. If I could just be locked up somewhere in a room and just make music, anything I want, I don't. It's just I'm a high anxiety type of person, and it calms me down. It makes me, it keeps me going, let's just say. So music.
No, I feel you. What would you say, if somebody found your music, 100 years from now, or what would you want them to hear? What would you want them to get out of it? I guess the essence of what I'm saying is, what would you say if you had to be pigeonholed into what's your steez, what's your angle? What would it be? Or what's the message you're trying to get across, rather? That's what I'll try to say.
Freedom. Do what you want. Make the music you want. I'm hip-hop to the core. like to the core of me, is hip hop. But I don't have some of like the hip hop rules. I believe that some of the rules of hip hop have hindered hip hop over time. You know,
Like what?
shit, man. Like you have to wear the same outfit you wore in 1994 now. Like you can't. Like if your pants are a size 10X still, bro. To me, that's wilding. But that's just me. That's just my opinion. Doesn't mean that whatever. And I think that sometimes we're so pigeonholed. Like you can't have a girl song in hip hop. Either you're whack if you have a song about with a girl in it, or anything fun you can't do because it's not lyrical. I just say display your hip hop, and if you can rhyme, you can rhyme. If you can sing, you can sing. If you can do whatever you want, you should make music for you. And hip hop makes you make music for a certain audience, and then that audience we get old and die, and then you have no audience left. Because I don't want. I'm just saying hip hop. The rules are too rigid. We should all be making music together, I think, and there's always going to be bad music and good music, always. It's not subjective to me. There's some trash out there, I get it, but I think that the rules in hip hop kind of made it kind of cliquish. Then these rules apply to this type of MC, then this type of MC, and so you got different factions of rappers all separated. Well, we was all supposed to be a movement together, but you can't have the movement with the separation because we always coming at each other and battling and all that shit, like in the supremacy, I gotta be the best. We in the community, and I'm talking about hip hop, the community is mostly minority, mostly I would say, as far as from what I see, that needs to be together more than apart. And battling directly aims you at somebody, subconsciously. And then our battles turn from niggas on stage battling to we've had deaths. So I'm just saying, like, I believe those rules could somebody made up them rules when they were a teenager. How are we following the rules of a teenager? Like, you get what I'm saying? Somebody made that rules. I don't old OG made up them hip hop rules. It was young men. So we can't, we got to change the book written by a 19-year-old man, I believe. You don't want to follow the same book, but that's not a popular belief. It's just how I think. You know what I mean?
It's not, but it's valid. And I've said the same thing. And I people label me as a hip hop purist and this, that. But it makes a lot of sense. I've said a lot of times that I feel like the competitive nature of hip hop is what also makes it fucked up in some ways, because all we do is just come at each other. We take shit to another level. Like you said, we've had deaths. Like you don't see that in like country music.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You don't see that. Like, I mean, there's beef. They maybe have, but like it's maybe, but
because they all could be dope. Like, there's no best rapper to me. If you ask me what my favorite rapper is, there's too many. I have too many favorite rappers. I don't have a top nothing. I have too many rappers that I love. Too many that have moments that I get goosebumps thinking about. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So I can't pick a best rapper. I can't. And I don't think there's some rappers that have so many lyrics that I have albums of lyrical, following every rule, but the songs are garbage. They follow every rule. And then I'll have somebody who has less lyrics, who's flowing like a motherfucker, that I'm getting my hip hop from in that moment. So I just think that hip hop, like, everybody do what they want to do. It's freedom, like I said. But I just feel the rules in hip hop, it got a little twisted. You know what I'm saying?
We've taken it a bit too far. And you made a good point, fam, about the fun shit, right? So I don't know about you, but when I was young and this shit came out, it was fun, right? There was the gangster shit wasn't around. And I hate when I post shit on Throwback Thursday. This is me venting. I post shit on Throwback Thursday, like maybe Rex in Effect or some fun shit. Shake your thing, salt, pepper, nigga. And niggas will act like that they wasn't fucking with that shit. Yo, there were no other options. It wasn't like there was a bunch of gangster shit in 85, 86, 87. Like my man was flipping out when he heard EPMD curse. He was like, yo, these niggas dirty. Like, I mean, so it wasn't no like crazy.
Put a quarter in your beat.
We were all listening to fun music. It was all fun.
Yes. You couldn't even curse rap back in the day. And it was fun. But see, I'm a fan of Tribe and I'm a fan of G-Rap.
Of course.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just that bridge right there is too crazy. It's too extremes to me. Like, but at the time it was just about another creative version of the culture. It didn't matter what he was talking about. He was talking about as they were just doing it their own style, their own way. And that's what hip hop went crazy now. It went from now a G-Rap can't ever do a song with a with a Q-tip. And the way it was twisted out to be, it was like if you ain't if you ain't killing and murdering motherfuckers, you can't spit this shit. So really, so all you motherfuckers is killing, and it became a caricature of itself through money, greed, and fame. So you don't see me a lot because I don't really fuck with the fame part. So, you ain't gonna really see me. Like when you say you look for me, I'm CIA. Yeah.
Yeah, you like some Jason Bourne ass shit.
Yeah.
This is a Treadstone project, my nigga. I ain't see shit. I'm looking around and I'm nice on finding shit. I'm like, yo, what? So I felt honored. I'm like, damn, this cat ain't got shit out here. He gonna talk to me? Shit.
Yeah.
Like,
because I know where your heart's at. I see what you do.
No, I feel you. I appreciate you, man. I mean, one thing is interesting, just back to what we were talking about, like, yo, and Brother Jay said this to me. On the same bill, you would have X-Clan, NWA, Public Enemy, De La Soul, right? Like Young MC. So there was room. There's a lot of bandwidth in this shit, but we shrunk it down. We did, and we also shrunk it down. Let me get your thoughts on this. I feel like I feel like now we're in this like super lyrical era where like if you're not flipping shit crazy backwards and shit spitting, then it's like, oh, you're whack. Like even if the track you might not even be saying shit, but if you're not like then it's like some of the simplest shit to me back in the day was dope, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was dope. And as far as I don't listen. I do what I want. Like I am so far removed from what is kind of going on and what you should and should be doing. I live in my own bubble. Like hip hop, that shit. It doesn't even like. Oh yeah, if you don't think I'm nice, it's cool. Somebody do. You know what I'm saying? Like that lyrical shit is. I love good music, and I think people need to start accessing that part of their brains. Make a good song. Go to the studio. Want to make a great song. This is a great moment in time. It does not matter. You should not make a record to be sold. Just make a record. It should not. Don't even think about selling it. Just make a song. The radio's out of here, so that's not even a real thing anymore.
Right.
Like I remember and also we started twisting our shit up for radio, and it just started getting crazy. And I love radio songs. I just don't like fake radio songs. Like it sounds like you tried to make it for the radio.
You made it for the radio. Some joints just went radio. Like Annie Up went radio.
That's a hit.
Annie Up in the fucking NBA arenas. But
it's a beautiful song. It's pretty. It's nice. You get what I'm saying? But yo, listen, everybody, listen. To each his own. Like I said, I promote freedom in hip hop more than I promote anything else. I believe we should be doing our songs with these kids out here, and they should be doing songs with us. The only thing we can make up, I could do a song with my son and talk about me and him doing some father-son shit. We have stories to tell. Our only story isn't crime related or getting some ass somewhere. If that's your whole life, you're bugging. We have so many stories to tell. So we could do a song with a young man or a young woman, and it's just let's make songs. Like this songs, bro. Make songs and hip hop will be exactly what people need it to be to me. If they just stop with the rules so much, stop blocking each other, because all of us who blocking each other kind of look the same, look similar, went through the same shit already. Let's make songs together, bro. Let's make songs. Like I don't care. Let's make music. Go to the studio, come out with 10 songs. If they bang, they bang. Don't try to eat your man on his verse. Don't try to do that, bro. It's like if you nice, you nice. Don't worry. Your verse will do this thing on its own. Don't go in there with the intention of outshining your man or it's just it got crazy, bro.
Yeah, I've never understood that, you know. I've never understood that aspect of rap as far as trying to burn somebody on their joint. Like that's never that's really strange to me, man. I mean, this as far as and I think I really appreciate your creative aspect about it because, you know, you got a lot of different types of songs, yo. Like, what's the you got the one song about waking up fucked up. You got the what's that shit called?
I don't even know. I have so many videos out there.
Yeah, you got Nash. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, damn, you don't even remember.
No.
It's, you got the whole song.
Oh yeah, I like that one.
Yeah, good. Oh, it's Good Morning. I think it's called.
Good Morning. Yep, I like that one too.
Good Morning about waking up. So I appreciate the. Do you shoot all your own videos?
Yeah.
I appreciate the variety of shit. Like that Superman joint is my shit. So yo, who's um I've seen the name Ron, and I forgive me for my ignorance. I don't Ron
Ron
Browse.
Browse is his name.
Yeah, so I see him all over the place with your shit. Give me a
Mm.
little background on him.
Well, he did Ebonics for Big L. He
He
did,
produced it.
yeah.
What?
He produced Ether for Nas.
Okay.
He
I'm
did a
the
record called Pop Champagne. Um, he did A-Rap Money with Buster. Blow It At Your Ass for Ludacris. What else he did? He did it.
shit.
Yeah, I Get Crazy, Nicki Minaj. He all over the place. He maker.
Damn. All right.
Oh, 50. He did I Whoop Your Head Boy, 50 Cent.
Damn.
Yeah, he a heat rocker.
Well, shit. Somebody said big up Alcatraz Ed. He said competition is what hip hop is all about. That's what we were just talking about to a certain extent. Yeah, I don't think that's what it's all about. I think that's a part of it, and I do think that as we grow older, we can still maintain that aspect of it, but maybe be a little more adult about
I
it.
mean, but when you in competition, here's my thing. Who am I competing against? Like really, in my mind, the only person I got to compete with is me.
Let's look at okay. So when I say hip hop too, to me it's always important that it's about the four elements. So in b boy, that competitive element is always going to be there. In I mean the DJ shit. It's like you said, they cut out the DJ, but they still have the DMC competitions and stuff. So that seemed like it's going to be there. Graph kind of stands on its own, but
Right?
still. So if we're just talking about the rap shit, you
It's
know,
words. I guess in the other shit, you battle somebody, you're dancing, the energy's already being offloaded. DJing, it's just DJing. You get what I'm saying? The words, you talking about, yo, I'll smack you. I'll do something to you. I'm this type of motherfucker who will take care of you. Then it starts to subliminally fuck with you after years of hearing it like that. That means, it's always up its ante. You can only diss a nigga but so many ways before you got to get realer and realer and realer and realer and realer. So that's what I mean by the competitive nature of it. Because it's verbal and we take words kind of like lightly. Words kill. Words will do a lot. Words destroy nations. So what I'm saying is in that aspect, because you're right. I wouldn't mind seeing breakdancers go in there, up rocking and doing all that. It's fun to watch, but they're both smiling while they're doing it. They not feeling like, yo, I'm choke his mother. They're not formulating words to disrespect a nigga mother or shit like that. They not doing that. It's the words, it's the verbal shit that makes, and the best shit. I'm the best. The best from who? Why you need to be the best? Why can't we all be kings and queens? Why I got to be a ruler amongst us? You get what I'm saying? Because I'm definitely not no one's subject or slave or nothing like that. So I hold my rhyme. I don't care if you don't think I'm the best. I don't care about none of that shit. I just rhyme. You just take it how you hear it. It is what it is. You get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. No, but
So
yeah, that's a mature aspect. I mean, that's mature. Mature point of view, man, because that's coming from a man in his 40s who's seen some shit and done some shit and understands, who's growing up. So it may not be a popular view, but I feel like it's an important one because it makes some sense, man. As far as and I appreciate hearing it. I mean, I like. And here's the thing, if dudes could I mean, I've seen some friendly ciphers. If dudes could still cipher and not get all crazy. But that's where, I mean, I don't really fuck with it so much. But the battle scene is like that. The battle rap scene is where dudes are researching about cats' parents and
niggas got
shit.
punched in the face already.
Yeah, yeah. You can't. I don't have the mentality to
Listen,
sit there and take that shit, man.
listen. It's cool. I sometimes watch it and I get a giggle out of the punchlines. It makes me laugh because it is what it is. But I remember ciphers were just raps that you wrote already, and you just went and you said your rhyme. You had a 16 on deck, and you rhymed next to another nigga. The rhyme wasn't about you though.
No. It wasn't about like your
You know
your,
what I'm
your
saying?
kids and shit and your drug problem or whatever.
Right. This should be about you now. They be
Yeah, they send
disrespecting
people to
each other.
research. They
Yeah.
send
So
people.
so I mean, listen. I'm for it. Shout out to Cortez, the homie. for the battle rap scene because I like it. I like the wordplay and the punchlines are second to none on that shit to me. And the fact that they can memorize those verses, that it's like a show. It's like a different thing, but still the competitive nature of it. Somebody can't get hurt.
Oh yeah, people do get hurt, and
You
like you
know,
said,
somebody can't get hurt.
you made a strong point earlier that we've lost people over some rules in hip hop and keeping it real. When keeping it real goes wrong, we've done
Hip hop
so
is that.
many.
Hip hop is that. What you just said, when keeping it get real goes wrong, is to me hip hop.
That's unfortunate.
It is to me. I watch niggas say the wildest shit. I'm not gonna repeat it because some people I know, some people I run into. But I've seen some wild shit being said from grown men that baffle me about how they moving and the rules that they're living by, certain street rules, certain hip hop rules that they live by that will ultimately form. It will be your demise to follow these rules. It'll be to your demise, and we worship them. So I just, I'm in my little bubble. Like I said, I have an unpopular opinion about a lot of shit. So, it is what
so do I. So I get it. So I understand. Yo, one thing I did find online where you were speaking though was what you said. You were on Rock's podcast or show, and you were talking about that the New York sound. There is no New York signature New York sound anymore.
Right.
And they disagree with you a little bit or whatever, but can you don't want you to elaborate on that for me?
Yeah, if I say a down south record or California, I could make a California beat, right? So you say make a beat that you think like our era California, I can make that. And even their new era, they had like G-Eazy had a song. You could tell that they have a sound over there. I forgot what's the G-Eazy record? It's a LA record. It's about California. But anyway, they have a sound. The South has a sound. We have a sound. It exists. New York sound, you know where the drums go. You know how, like, drill is a certain sound. You know exactly how to make a drill sound a record, but that's not our sound. We jack that shit. That ain't our sound. Our sound is that head nod, you know what it is, a certain time. And so that's the sound. So we don't have that sound no more because people completely abandoned it. They abandoned it. Well, I didn't. I still have records like that. You know what I'm saying? I love shit like that. But they completely tabooed it. No. So it's like to the point where even now, you tell somebody, a producer, make a classic hip hop beat, they'll be stuck. Like, they wouldn't even know how to dig for it, how to find a sample for it. What is digging? What is the rules with loops? I hear people saying you can't use loops unless you change it. Bro, give me one more chance. The loop is the loop. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we used to use loops exactly how they were. James Brown loops, breaks exactly how they were. You might stretch them out a little. Like, so there's a lot of shit going on in hip hop now that got just a little, crazy with the sound. New York has a sound. They're hiding it. Drill is our sound now. If you go to anything New York, drill is our sound. That is what it is.
Are you serious?
Yeah. That's the sound.
You haven't been to the city in a couple of years, man, since COVID. So, I mean.
Drill is our sound, bro.
What the fuck?
That's our sound. The biggest rappers from New York right now, I think was a 5-year-old. He's the biggest one. Pop Smoke, of course, he passed. And Papa, they was doing the drill. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's our sound. I'm not against. Listen, I like the rhythm of drill drums, but I just don't think that's our sound. I don't think we can claim that as our sound. But that's the sound that the kids like. When I go to the studio right now, like after this, I'm going to the studio. But everybody I'm going to the studio with is young. I already know what type of beats. They go on YouTube looking for the drill joints. That's what's going on right now.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm 46, so I'm not even. I didn't even my shit, so I don't. But damn.
And I like drill. I don't like the killing part of it. I like the rhythm of it. I like the new rhyme scheme, the way they rapping, because I was tired of like the trap flow all the time. So the drill flow, they like their cadence on there. So I'm a fan of that, of them changing their flows up a little bit. The lyrics, I don't want to be talking about really. If you really talk about killing somebody you done killed and shit like that, I can't condone that, co-sign that.
Wow. That's interesting to know, man. I mean, the young kids, yeah, it's a different time. Shit. All right.
But the music is not bad though. Let me not say that.
I can't do it personally. I mean, listen, I'm a drums, head nodding, like I mean I just need that. That's what
Yeah, that's it.
that's what
Right. No,
gets
I
my
get it.
blood flowing. That's what gets my heart going. That keeps me alive, man. That's just. I mean, there's a wide range within that, but so yeah, I can't rock with the drill shit. But I mean, whatever. I mean,
It's some of
everybody.
it's cool. Like I said, hip hop gets boring to me sometimes. It just does. Like if niggas like yeah, I watch something with a symphony and then the verses be like everybody writing about the same book or some shit. Even from our era. Our era hasn't really there's very few of dudes that transcended to making different or expanding their vibe. Even though he got a lot of flack. What's his name? Kendrick got a lot of flack for this last album because he did it a little different. He wanted to go his way. Now, I'm not gonna say whether I like it or not or whatever. But the fact is, he just tried something different. He just wanted to do something. Hip hop we used to see different shit by the different groups, and people would come out like Wu Tang from Slick Rick to Wu Tang. That's like totally different sounds. The NWA, totally different sounds. We had so much sounds to go with. After a while, the sound started to sound like, you know, you got 16 was a certain kind of way. You did the hook, you got the boom bap beat. You did, and it was just like I can't listen to that forever. I need more music. I need more. And the kids, what they lacked in lyricism, they gained in music. They wasn't afraid to sing. They wasn't afraid to do certain things. They weren't afraid to dance again. And because I love hip hop in the whole, what our era lost in the dancing and the vibing, the kids kept. Even the gangster ones, they kept it. You know what I'm saying? So I
That's a
got to,
fact.
so they kept with fashion. They started making their own clothes. It was dope. The young kids at hardly you ever see somebody ain't wearing their own shit. You get what I'm saying? They own, and it wasn't about what to buy. What kind? I mean, sneakers are still sneakers, but I like that about the culture, and they kept that going. Where we kind of got old, we got married, we got the black book with all the girls that disappeared. It's like as you go to old school shows, rappers rapping for rappers in our era. We don't rap for the ladies no more. We're not dressing for them. We're not doing nothing. In hip hop, that part of hip hop, like vamoosed. It got outlawed.
Yeah. No, it's all facts, man. I mean, it's all facts. There was a fun aspect to hip hop.
Yeah.
There was the dancers. I mean, a lot of MCs started out as dancers. You yourself, right? A lot of, I mean, rest in peace, my man Steezo. Like a lot of, So you're right. I can't argue. And the thing that is, the young kids, they do look like they're having fun, and with a lot of the stuff. And hip hop was fun. It doesn't have to. Listen, I love the hardcore shit, man. I love the gutter shit. I
Me and
love it.
you both, bro.
Love it. But at the same time, I was loving Twin Hype. I was loving King's Son,
Oh shit,
JB.
King's son.
Yeah, music. I mean, if it's dope to me, it's dope. I mean, regardless. And I think we, like you said, we eloquently said we've pigeonholed ourselves a lot with
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the rules, and I'm guilty. So I'm glad you're actually saying this shit. I mean, sort of.
No. Listen, and I tell you, take it away. I'm not a popular opinion at all, bro. I'm just as me as I could be, and I just want to go in the studio with no perceived what I'm gonna do, what I have to do. Like I don't want to die tomorrow. If I was making records for everyone else for me, and I have a legacy of records I never made for myself, like no. I like girls still. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that, like, I'm not saying I'm shopping for no girls. I'm not, slow down, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying I like the idea of making records, love songs, or making a record for people. I like dressing a certain kind of way. I like trying new things. I want hip hop to be, you know what I mean? I want hip hop to be that what it lost. The kids just lost the lyrical part. They kept everything else for them, and the flows. They started biting each other's flows to an enormous rate. But everything else they kept. We overlooked it. We missed it because we was old and grumpy. But they kept every aspect of hip hop. They from the fashion sense to do your own thing. These kids have got it. They did it. They just didn't have the lyrics.
Right.
So
Right.
and I get it.
No, I hear you. That's it. That's a big part of it, though. I mean, like, it's hard for me. I mean, I can't listen to a lot of this new shit, but I have tried to, you know, open my ears a little bit as far as just understanding that it's a different game for them. That you know, they're going through different shit. That you know, the kids got it fucked up now. I mean, so I mean, I don't recommend anybody having a kid these days. But
No, me neither, brother. Because
fuck out of here.
it's really bad. The world is. It's like with the social media. It's like mass hysteria. And we are all on one accord, meaning we watch the same thing. We do the same thing. We post the same thing. This social media experiment is real vicious, and it's you know very scary for a kid that was born into it. That's a different type of human being.
Yeah, they got. I feel like I always say that I feel like our kids have more shit than ever to deal with these days, but less tools to deal with it.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And that's what's scary to me. Like,
And also a lot of people because we didn't age. We're from the era where our parents were aged. Uh, my mother was aged when my mother or my uncles are 40 and I'm 20. I can't wear their sneakers. My uncle's sneakers are crazy. Like no, you're not wearing Uncle so and so sneakers or shoes. But now my kids can wear my shit. They steal my shit. We wearing the same thing. We in the same clubs. Grandma is twerking at this point. You get what I'm saying? Grandma's not the same grandma as it used to be. So we're living in a different, even the image of who you are, what you are. Being black, you already know that's like the bottom of the totem pole. We die. That's just regular. We like to do shit like this. We're ignorant. It's just known. It's just that's the norm. And social media is making sure and the ignorant is rewarded. So that's a whole nother conversation.
yeah, no, you're right. You made a good point though. Like, I've been thinking about doing a video on this as far as like, yes, I'm a grandfather. Grandparents are different these days, right?
Yeah.
Like, we because we're the first. We're like, you know, kind of the hip hop grandparents, and so it's on us too, right? So it's like that's really huge that we got to understand. Like, your grandparents ain't playing bridge and pinochle, right? At the motherfucking and bingo and shit, right? Like, it's not B. Arthur and all that shit or whatever. Like, you know, whatever grandmother with, you know, like you said, grandma's. Yo, there's a page I follow that has a lot of like wild ass memes right on it, and I post them. And the lady's like a grandma, but she be like rocking like her shit be hanging out like, and she be like, and our memes are all nasty and crazy and shit, but like she be posting like, oh shit, I had to mute her ass. I'm like, yo, I just want the fucking memes. I don't want to see your fucking 58-year-old ass like fucking hanging out. Like, but yeah,
Things are gonna be changing. We're gonna see a lot of different shit, and we're growing up with our kids as well. So, you know, a lot of us in the hip hop era grew up with our children, straight up. We was wilding when we had the kids, like out of control.
yes sir.
With kids talking about, yeah, I'm a father. You wild
Yes
and shit. You don't
sir.
even know the first thing about nothing. With no
Yes
father.
sir. The firstborn, like if you got two, because they different. The firstborn, I got two. So the firstborn, she's 26, and she cool, but like she's, you know, 95. She was born.
Listen,
Cuban links, nigga. I'm from Connecticut. Like, she was a Cuban links baby.
you know, listen.
Like,
that's what happens. But you know, whatever, you know, we take the good with the bad and all that, you know. So, but that's just our era. We're a very unique generation. We're very unique, and our kids, like I said, if I go to a club, we partying with everyone from 21 to 50 is partying together. That means they getting drunk together. That means they're mating. That means there's going to be a whole generation of that. Where my father's, it used to be like that earlier, but when their mothers, even what am I talking about? The mothers could be cougering out on the young boys too. There's a whole different, it's a different ball game, bro, right now.
On every level, not on every single fight. Like,
listen, bro.
It's wild. It's wild. So it makes sense that you on your CIA shit, and I am too, to a certain extent.
I'm just chilling. I'm just watching the world go by. And I'm going to sing my little jingles, sing my blues, and do what I got to do, and you know, as best I can.
Feel you. All right, two more things before we get on out of here. One is Woo Wednesday. You're from Staten Island, and I'm going to pigeonhole you into just off the rip, I won't even say top. People get your favorite Wu cats, your favorite 2 or 3 Wu cats, are just your go-to Wu cats.
Favorites.
Favorites, best, however you want to.
All right. Because then I gotta. As you know, I see these people. So,
I know. So,
well, favorites, I don't know, man. It's more than 3, so that's why I can't keep it.
All right, give me just. Give me.
I would say Ghostface,
have a
Ray, Meth, Deck. Capital verse on Winter Wars is one of the best verses I've ever heard in my entire life. Like, so I mean, how do I exclude him? Shit, man. I don't know about much outside of Wu's catalog with You God. I don't know outside too much about his own catalog outside of that. But I would say Meth, Ray, Ghost, Deck, Capital.
That's serious. Deck is my favorite of all of them, just because of his. He's like the technical skier or like the technical gymnast.
He's a beast, bro.
That dude is
Listen, he's a problem.
He's something else, man. He's something else.
He's a problem.
And the thing about him is that, like, I'm trying to get him on the show. The thing about him is that from his interviews, he comes off like that dude that'll watch you sit back and play yourself and all that, right? See it and take you to, like, that's how I've heard him say a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, this cat, he like just moves a little different. So yeah,
he's one of my favorites, bro. Straight up.
He's ill. No, the Wu influence is huge, and that's just a wild topic in and of itself, as far as like the influence globally for them. Projects you're working on, man. It seems like there's always something coming out from you. Whatever the fuck, what you got going on?
Okay, so I got my label's American B-Boy. We just got some distribution. So the first album off my label is Rock This Monster, Eat the Rocks. You know, produced all by Ron Browse. I thought to bridge that gap between them two would be an awesome thing. The second album is Ron Browse. His album 127th Street is coming out. That's right after Rock. It'll probably be out, you know, in a few months. We got probably at the end of the day, we'll have about 16 videos between the both projects. Ron's features, I'm not even going to get into how many people's on his album. Rock got Meth, of course. Then I got my album coming, and I got a ton of people on there. My album was produced by Ron mostly. Then we have Six Figure Digger, who did Cameron 357. He did Cameron's first album. He did Horse and Carriage. He did a bunch of stuff with J-Lo, Jay-Z. So shout out to Six Figure Digger, the man. Shout out to Ford Tough and Pascal P. Virgin. Those are the 4 producers on my album. Oh, wait, Domingo. Forgot. Domingo.
When should we be expecting this joint?
My albums,
yeah,
I drop singles, and then they'll collectively be my album later. So soon, like I'm shooting a whole bunch of videos next week. So Ron has a video with Kid Capri coming up. I have listen, as far as the schedule, I don't know. We wilding over here. But the label's American B-Boy. We got that project. And shout out to my man real quick, Phil Anastasia, Blood Before Pride. He put me in his movie. And he's directing the movie. We're gonna keep it hush hush for now, but if you go follow Blood Before Pride, find out more about that film as a feature.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, and also he's also the one who put out Rock's first album, Rock This AP. Phil Anastasia, he put that out.
Oh, word?
Yeah, okay. So that's a little fun fact for y'all.
All right. Damn. Yeah, you be shitting out music, man. Like, just fucking every time I check your page, I'm like, damn. Okay, like, fucking. So, and you doing video? You got videos for people?
Oh yeah, I got a new one. I don't know if anybody saw the RJ Payne Method Man joint. Butterfly Effect. I just did that one.
Yeah.
I got another one. There's another one coming though. Keep it a little hush hush, but I got another meth joint coming on the way. Okay. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
So yeah, I mean this is the work, and then Rock's videos, and with I I didn't close this out yet, but I think I'm gonna be doing something with El Gant too. Shout out Raz Kaz. He all over the albums too. So I forgot about that. And shout out to Goodness. Me, Rock, and Ron got an album coming out called Goodness Gracious. All three of us. That's almost done too.
Working.
Yeah.
Working.
Shout out to Sauce Money. He on a few joints.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay. We're gonna keep the fucking ears open for you, man. You got, I mean, you be working. I could like every time I be seeing your name, man. My shit though is the no delay shit, and if you could, I'm just gonna put this out in the ether. Like, I think it's dope when older artists do videos for bangers from back in the day. Like, that needs to become a trend, yo. That
was a concept I had, and the first videos was supposed to be Set It Off. It was supposed to be Set It Off for Kane. It was supposed to be No Delaying. Raw for Kane. If I was gonna try to do Mona Lisa for Slick Rick. So because my Rolodex is crazy as far as which songs to do. So I did it No Delaying. So when I had the idea, I did a video for Greg. Shout out to Greg Nice, that's the homie. I did a video for. I said, "Yo, I got you. I'm gonna do a video for you for free." He said, "What song you want to do?" And when I said No Delaying, he lost his fucking mind. He's like, "Yo, we gonna do that," and it worked. The concept worked. My phone was going off like crazy, but then, life getting away, money getting away, and then the concept kind of left me. But I got a secret one coming up soon to kind of bring it back. It was funny you mentioned. I ain't gonna say what it is, but yeah,
Yeah, but that's the movie. You name some, fucking Mona Lisa, son, like that. That's some shit's a video, like,
yo, get Ricky. Anybody watching this know Ricky? Tell him I'm looking for him. I need, and listen, on the house, I'll take care of him. Tell Ricky I'll take care of him.
I'll get in this here. Let me get on out of here. They're about to shut me down, man. Last American B-Boy, thank you very much. Appreciate you, family. We're going to get this up on the YouTube and, share this, and I'll tag you and everything, but I appreciate you, for real.
Thanks for the love, brother.
Absolutely. So we'll stay in touch. I'll keep an eye out for the music, man. And we're about to go live with our man, Save the Hip Hop Culture, in 3 minutes. Salute, y'all. Everybody be good.
Salute. Peace.